welcome back to my channel and welcome to this week's car boot sale haul video. First up, filler bag. I did okay out of filler bag today. Josh didn't do so well. I got there before him and I did pick up a few bits that I know he likes and then gave them to him when he got there. But even so, like, I don't shop for Josh as such, only the things that I'm absolutely sure that if he was there he would grab. But he didn't find much that floated his boat apart from the stuff that I got for him. But I did okay, but then Josh and I do buy completely different things, like same as Lex and I really. I go, oh, I don't like that, and she goes, I love it. So I got a Slazenger swim vest in my filler bag. If you're new, filler bag is £3 to fill a bag for life. And so it generally works out very, very cheap per item, depending on how many items I get in any one week. So far we've got one. I try and keep a tally of how many I've got, but I don't always remember to do this every week. Got a pen, I'll make a note. One. And then another kind of swim vest as well. This one is not Slazenger. This is, I don't know where this is. This is Swim Safe. That's not a brand I've heard of, but this is the kind that has the entire swimsuit attached to it. That one is just, the first one is just the vest that you put on top of their swimming costume. But this one is the swimming costume with the flotation device inside it. So, got that one as well. The picture on the front is a shark and he's a bit faded, but it will not affect the usage of the item. Okay, I got an IKEA box frame, not because these have resale value, but because I want to use it for something. So one IKEA box frame. Actually, I won't put that in the bag of stuff to sell. I'll put it over there. I spotted these, and I know that the Annie Sloan paint is very, very popular. And so I thought perhaps the books by Annie Sloan of how to paint furniture. Yeah, the Annie Sloan chalk paint. I realise it's gone a little bit past the main hype now. But even so, I thought these might be worth buying, and I will list those as a pair, probably. So they were in my filler bag. So that's 4, 5. Already forgotten to write things down. That's 5 items so far. This is a Simon Air. I haven't had a Simon Air before. I've bought the Simon games of various kinds, Simon Switch and Simon Flip or whatever they're called, but I haven't had this one before and I don't know whether it's worth having, but as it was filler bag, I thought we'd try it. It does have batteries in it. I'm not sure what you're meant to do. I guess you're supposed to put it on a surface because it's impossible to play it without putting it down. I don't know, I know. Very long sequence of me probably not getting that right. Anyway, that was in my filler bag. How do you switch the damn thing off? I don't know how to turn it off. I'll put it there and hopefully it'll just die. If it carries on binging, we'll know it has to be switched off in some other way. I will look up instructions for that. Last week I picked up a set of plastic camper. I think it switched itself off. Plastic camper mugs, and this week I got another set. These ones are unbranded. But as it was filler bag, I thought it was worth throwing them in because somebody might want those. I got 2 mugs in my filler bag this week. This one is a Rennie Mackintosh. It is Renfrew by Dunoon in the style of Mackintosh. A little bit faded on the gold leaf kind of swirly bit. That's a bit faded, but apart from that, in good condition. And then this one is Woodland Wildlife by Ray Cresswell. For Oscar and Bromley. There we go. So a couple of mugs. Not very exciting mugs, but filler bag. That's another 2 items. I had a set of these vintage rose cork-backed table mats. These are the kind of thing that we all remember seeing in our granny's houses, aren't they? Now is it, there's 10 there, so I presume that's 1 set. Because it wouldn't be 2 sets of 5. These things would usually be 6s or whatever. There's Grace de Monaco Rose, Queen Elizabeth, Buccaneer. Some of them are a bit scratched. Grace de Monaco again, Buccaneer, Grace de Monaco, Soraya, Buccaneer, Mojave and Michel Milan. So I don't know whether I've got more than one set mixed up there. The fact that I've got several multiples but not the same number of multiples of each one. Interesting. Interesting. I mean, not particularly interesting. You guys are bored, but I'm interested. Sleeping Beauty from the Shiny Cover Classics range. I don't know whether it's worth having, but I always, if these are in filler bag, I pick them up because I know that these holographic cover ones have done okay for me in the past. Some are rarer than others. A flannel. This is not to resell. It is not for us to use. I picked it up because I wanted to clean the number plate on my car, and then I forgot to clean the number plate on my car. So when I got to the car boot and closed my boot, I got my trolley out and closed my boot down, I thought, oh, my number plate's a bit dirty, I should clean that because it's illegal to have an obscured number plate. And then when I was in filler bag, I found this, it's a brand new flannel, it's not been used, and I went, oh, that'll be handy, I'll use that to clean the number plate, and then I put it in the boot and forgot about it. Last item for filler bag, oh no, sorry, 2 items. An unused bath bomb, which one of the kids will enjoy, Unicorn Bath Fizzer. I'm going to put that flannel and that bath bomb down as one item. And then a Jorvik Viking Centre from Coppergate, York. And this is I would say it's a whiskey tumbler. And it's engraved with the Jorvik emblem on there. And I don't know if it's worth having. The box is a little bit damaged on the top. But as you've heard me say a million times, filler bag, chucked it in. So today's filler bag total, not including 5 small things I gave to Josh, I've got 12 items of my own for £3. So that's 25p an item, isn't it? Not including the bits that Josh had. So that's okay. That's absolutely fine. Also from Steve, who does the filler bag, I picked up this set of hand puppets. They are the 3 little pigs. I'm sure they're vintage because I don't think these are made anymore. They have rubberized heads, very, very cheap looking clothing. So it's the 3 little pigs on the big bad wolf, and I don't know anything about them. They don't have any labels. I paid £3, but they don't have any maker's labels in there. But Steve said that he thought that last week he had the puppet theatre there and with them, and sadly they didn't know and somebody had bought it without the puppets. So that's a bit of a long shot. I don't know whether they're worth having or not for £3. No idea. From another lady's stall, I paid £1 for this Harry Potter Waiting for My Letter from Hogwarts mug. Got Hedwig on the front, and it's kind of, this bit kind of spins around. I don't know if you guys can see that. There we go. £1 for that one. Bit dusty inside. Another stall again. £1 for these Adidas torsion trainers. They are grubby. I'm going to put them through the washing machine, see how they come up. I stood there umming and ahhing, and when she said they were £1, I thought, because I was umming and ahhing about whether they would be washing machineable. I don't see any reason why they shouldn't be. When she said they were £1, I thought, well, I will take my chance on them. So I won't put them in the bag. I'll put them down by the door to take downstairs and put through the wash. Another thing that needs to go through the wash is this Radley shopper. Very nice cream Radley shopper bag, but it is quite stained. I don't know whether those stains are going to come out. What I will do is I will pre-stain wash it with Vanish or whatever first, and then put it in and see what happens. It was £1. She was asking for 2, and I said, well, I don't know if I can get that stain out. Will you take £1? She said yes, so I thought worth a try for that one. Another lady had these marked at 4, and I offered 3, which she was happy with. They are And Other Stories, and they're an unusual wedge platform shoe with a metal ankle strap. Just a court shoe, but a platform sole. So £3 for those. And Other Stories is usually a good brand to pick up in clothing, but I do not know whether it's a good brand to pick up in shoes. This was £3.50, and who knows whether it'll work or not. Hang on while I plug it in and we'll find out. No, it does work. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see that it's now lit up. It is a lamp, you can see. It is a lamp. It is not the brand that I hoped it would be, which I've temporarily forgotten the name of, but if it comes back to me, I'll put it on the screen. It's not that. It is a brand called Piggery Pottery, and it has a date on the base of 1990. So that's very helpful that they put that on before it was glazed. That means it is 32 years old. 32 years old does count as vintage. But I don't know about value. I'll have a look. Okay, there are several listed, and they are listed between 10 and 25, which I would be perfectly happy with. That's the identical one. Somebody's got that on starting bids of £9. I don't sell by auction. So I only auction things after I've had them ages and they haven't shifted. Let's have a look at sold items. 25, 9, 12. These are all slightly different designs, but the same company. 22, 38 for that one. That's Pippin Cottage. I haven't got Pippin Cottage on, so unfortunately. I cannot see the same one that I have got, but 35, 29.99, 22, 20, 25, 19.99. Oh, Derek Fowler. Derek Fowler is the brand that I hoped it was, because they do sell very well, but it isn't. But yeah, this is okay. I'm quite happy with that. If that goes for £20 to £25, quite happy with that as a return on £3.50. Let's try not to break it, eh? This little pile was £1.50, so essentially 50 pence per item. This one is a vintage Chelsea Girl. Can you see the label? Is it focusing? I hope it is. There we go. Chelsea Girl striped cotton shirt, and I only got it because it was Chelsea Girl, and I was like, good lord, there's a blast from the past. I don't know when Chelsea Girl went. I've got a feeling they went and then came back within another brand, like Chelsea Girl by Topshop or something like that. But this is a vintage one. Oh, it smells awfully vintage. That's gonna have to go through the wash because that smells very jumble saley. I'm sure you know what I mean by that. That can go through the wash. And then, so it's £1.50 for these 3 items, well 4 items, because this is a pair of egg cups. They are a wooden egg cup with a ceramic inside and top rim and a rose pattern. No branding on them, don't know about those, but they're definitely vintage. And a Wilton cake pan. When I start to look this up, I will no doubt find out what Wilton say this is. But it is a shaped cake pan, and Wilton stuff is very well made, very expensive to buy new, and I've always done okay when I've sold Wilton cake pans. So for 50p that was worth a try. I paid £2 for a box of vinyl gloves. We use these mostly for things like clearing up after the dogs, or sometimes in food preparation. So these ones are food safe. Natalie, for example, if she's using sausage meat, she hates touching stuff like that, so things like that. I use them if I'm dyeing my hair, because the gloves that come with the hair dye are never quite right. The gloves that come with the hair dye, the fingers only seem to go to about here. It's as if they were designed by people who've never seen actual hands. So they're hand shaped, but they're like somebody's drawn round a hand. So yeah, £2 for a box of those. They're £5 in home bargains, so that was nice to get them for 2. This little pile, including something else, hang on. This little pile and this. This is a Rosalie IKEA cube box. Kath Kidston cross IKEA, ex IKEA, mit IKEA, whatever you want to say. So that and these bits, £4. There is a Liverpool Tate Museum mug. A Little Miss Sunshine mug. This morning I saw one of the mugs from this range. It was Mr. Grumpy. I had it listed at £8.99. It's sold at the asking price, and it's going to America on the GSP, and they paid £51 including postage. Can't imagine wanting a Mr. Grumpy mug badly enough to pay £50 for it. A Denby little one-person casserole. I feel like there's another name. Tureen dish. I'm not sure. I feel like there's another name for this. Lasagna dish even. One-person one from Denby. And then 2 of these little ice cube moulds. Now, Josh, I have to thank Josh for this, because without him saying that he'd sold some, I wouldn't even know they were worth picking up. Apparently people buy them for wax melts and stuff like that. I think I bought one last week actually. Josh pulls them out of the filler bag all the time and collects them up until he's got a bundle and then sells them for quite a nice price. So when I saw that he had done this on his video, I thought, oh, I must start getting those. But I get to the filler bag before Josh does on a Sunday morning. He's a bit of a late riser because he's very late going to bed. I get there before him and I go through the filler bags, and there were several of these in the filler bag this morning. And it felt wrong for me to have those, knowing that Josh buys them. Knowing that what I was doing was essentially literally whipping Josh's stock out from under his nose from his filler bag. If you've watched Josh, I'll put his channel down below for you, and I'll put it in the description box so you can find it. If you watch him, you'll know that filler bag is his life. He loves his filler bag. And it would have been really, really mean for me to go through his filler bag and swipe the things that he would buy only because I knew about them because of him. That would have been, felt like shady practice, really. So the ones that I got out of filler bag, I gave to him. I said, these ones are yours. But these I bought from another seller, and I felt justified in buying these because Josh had already been round that way. He looked, he hadn't, whether he hadn't gone through the boxes. I felt that this was not shady for me to buy these ones, so I'm grateful to him for opening my eyes that these are worth buying, but I'm not going to pinch his stock. I'm not going to stab him in the back, I suppose, is the best way of describing it. So these came from another seller, and like I said, I paid £4 for the whole few things of those. The Denby, the 2 mugs, the 2 moulds, and the Rosalie box, £4 for them all. I don't know if I've just rambled on, but you might know what I mean anyway. You might understand where I'm coming from on that. Another Slazenger swim vest from another stall. This one was £2. And finally, I'm hoping these will prove to be my pickup of the day. They are vintage Christmas tree lights. They are in a quite nice condition for its age box. And I believe, looking at them, that they are unused. So there's the lights. I believe there's no plug on there, but that's absolutely fine because any plug that had been on there would probably have not been safe for the age anyway. There's all the little shades. So they're all in there. Also in there is some very vintage instructions for how to fix the star to the lights. But I mean, look in the days when things were just, you know, typed out on a bit of paper. The safety instructions, these were made to British Safety Standard 4647 apparently. And also in the box is a very, very vintage receipt. I don't know if it is the receipt for these lights, but look at that, that's 1985. The fact that it was in the box implies that it is the receipt for these lights. So 18th of December 1985, somebody paid £4.49 for these, which when you think about it is quite expensive compared to modern prices for fairy lights, isn't it? There's the star that goes on. Yeah, I thought that was a nice little pickup. I hope there's enough shades. Yeah, there is. There's the right number of shades for the lights. So I thought that was a nice find. I know other resellers do really, really well with vintage Christmas lights, so I'm hoping that will be a good one. And it was 50p. So that is the pickup that I'm most pleased about for today. Whether it will turn out to be as good as I hope it is, who knows? But I'm most pleased about this pickup from today, and that is it. That is the haul and all of the haul. Thank you for joining me for this video. I think it's by the time I've edited it, it's maybe around like 12-15 minutes long. So thank you for sitting with me through this and listening to me ramble on about Josh and whether I have any ethics or not. And I will I'll be back soon with more. Take care. Bye for now.